Happy new moon in Gemini! Yay! So this new moon we still continue to celebrate. Are you feeling this energy around? Are you feeling this kind of a big wave that we're riding? So it is going. And just to give you a little heads up, this past couple of months have been such a transformational time. We were challenged to really look deep within, to look at our values, look into our truth, and bring our life in integrity, bring our life in accordance with what's in our hearts. And then we had the very powerful full moon, but a little bit before that, we had a shift in the nodes into a different sign. And this nodes is like the south node is called, it's like the past, and north node is where we are, what we're working on. Okay, so it's kind of like the past life into this life. It's kind of like where we come from and where we are. Okay, so this is the universe kind of putting a collective focus on our lives, and it went from the south node of the moon in Pisces, which is more of this like dreamy imagination, being solitude, meditating, reaching for enlightenment, or experiencing union with God. That beautiful, but a little bit hard for some people, that kind of Pisces energy into grounded earth, Virgo, which was more about everyday work, service, working on ourselves and working on making ourselves healthy, working on cleansing and all that. So how it worked was that this dreamy imagination bring that onto this earth, right? What can we do with it? How can we manifest it? How can we make it into our service to the world? And then Pisces also connected with a little bit of this like unconscious, things that we don't want to look at, right? Things that we a little bit escape from. So a lot of times, there's a transit over the 12th house, which is connected to Pisces energies. We tend to be addicted. Some of us tend to be addicted in an attempt to try and numb this pain or numb this challenge that we feel of having to look at our shit, right? And it's the addiction is not just like the typical, drugs, alcohol, tobacco kind of things. Like it can be anything. It really comes down to our life habits that we created. It could be maybe that you're needing attention all the time, or you need information all the time. You need to feel connected on your iPhones all the time, or you need to sleep a lot, or maybe it's the food addiction to certain kind of food, or addiction to, let's say, relying on other people rather than your own intuition to make decisions. Like it can be anything that we do to maintain ourselves. So this Pisces kind of giving us hints, the life was helping us experience things to wake up from this Pisces little escapism. And it brought all that stuff into light in Virgo on this earth so that it can be cleansed, right? A lot of our lives has been about cleansing. And this axis changed to one from Aquarius into Leo. And I'm going to explain what that means. But Aquarius is an air sign, and it's very communicative. It's very social. It's connected to friends, family, it's connected to friends and community, like society, group, organizations, right? So going from that into Leo, which is more about self-expression, my expression, and my passion, my love, right? Leo it's a sign of love, of very passionate love. And so it's, again, taking the Aquarius ideas and like this revolutionary super ideas and visions. Aquariuses are so good with that, and it's amazing, but it's a little bit more in the head. So let's bring that into our heart. This is what Leo, North Node of the Moon, does for us all. Right? It's let's bring that ideas into the fire of my heart to find its own expression. Very creative and very playful and yeah, very light and optimistic, joyful expression. This is my personal experience, but I can't help but think that I have been really interacting with mamas, with pregnant women, as I started teaching prenatal yoga. And, you know, this North Node of the Moon is in Leo for the next year and a half. So anybody who's pregnant right now will have the baby in their hands within, you know, a year and a half for sure, I hope. And there's a lot of, you know, parents out there that have kids. And this cycle of a year and a half while the node is in Leo, I mean, I bet the kids have always been your teachers if you have them. But even more so, there's a lot to learn from them during this time. And I also want to mention there is a grand trine of fire. Right? So the Uranus is in Aries, North Node of the Moon in Leo, and then Saturn in Sagittarius. So it's, you know, it's a lot of very fiery energy that is going to be with us for some time. And it's also exciting because fire starts something, right? It can start your movement. It can start your ideas. You can actions, everything. Fire can help feel that. So always remember, this is now a time of celebration, celebrating yourself, celebrating your life. We're also getting out of the Venus and Mercury retrograde shadow zones. So, you know, officially we are free, which means all the planets are in their full powers. On this new moon, we have 3 planets in Gemini, the Sun, Moon, and Mars. And so we have a lot of this like flexible, movable energies in air sign. And it's connected to socialization, it's connected to communication, connection with others. So, and information, right? So exchange informations with your friends and like talk about what it is that you want to do for the next coming year, and really, you know, put this energy into use. And at the same time, always remember that the Saturn is still in Sagittarius, which means he's going to be challenging us, or he's going to be asking us if we're in alignment with our own truth. So, you know, act from your heart, be in your truth, and go connect with other people. So happy new moon. This new moon, I suggest that you connect and communicate and be in community environment and really share yourself, share your truth, and move towards this my personal self-expression. What does that look like? How can I be more creative about who I am? Namaste.